Hey, what's up? Amelia here, and you're watching Newsbreak. Flash flooding and storms swept across the country over the weekend, and thousands of people have had to evacuate. Justina looked into it.
With already swollen rivers and more than 80 millimetres of rain yesterday, thousands of people in New South Wales have been forced to evacuate.
To see the effects of this rain over the coming days and over the coming weeks is going to lead to, unfortunately, further riverine flooding, impacting communities that have only recently started to begin the recovery effort from most recent floodings.
The town of Molong has been completely cut off. Last night, shipping containers swept through the town and residents were stranded on top of their houses. The central west of the state has been hit the hardest, and the Premier's told people to follow instructions from emergency services. Victoria has also been hit hard with flash flooding. Heavy rains last night caught a lot of people off guard, with the SES making 38 water rescues in the last 24 hours.
The range of the rescues this morning have been people attempting to drive through flash flood waters, but also seeing water levels rise around their houses very, very quickly this morning.
They're also trying to figure out how this happened. Luckily, no one was hurt, and they say the wild weather is most likely the culprit. Over in SA, this weekend was electric, and not in a good way.
Kind of chilling in my room and I heard some massive thunder, thought it was just lightning, come outside, 2 massive trees down, power lines down all around my house, can't go outside really, it's been pretty bad, eh?
It was just me and my mum there, and yeah, we were pretty scared because I'd never seen wind that strong in my life before.
Blackouts across the state have forced 30 public schools to close today, and as the cleanup continues, thousands of homes and businesses still don't have power.
World leaders have started arriving for the G20 Summit in Indonesia. It's a chance for the 20 most important economies to come together and talk about the big things affecting the world. The Prime Minister headed there today. He spent the weekend at the ASEAN and East Asia Summits in Cambodia, which included talks with US President Joe Biden. Mysterious artist Banksy has revealed a new artwork in Ukraine. The mural of a gymnast performing a handstand on a pile of concrete rubble was painted onto the wall of a building destroyed in the early days of Russia's invasion. People have already come from Ukraine's capital Kyiv, which is 60 k's away, to see it. Since then, other pieces in a similar style have popped up in Ukraine, although Banksy hasn't taken credit for those. England has won the T20 World Cup. That and more in sport.
Yep, the T20 World Cup came down to England v Pakistan at the MCG. The Brits got off to a flying start, keeping Pakistan to just 137. Pakistan's explosive bowling kept them in it, but England's Ben Stokes got his team over the line with an unbeaten 52. It was a glorious day for Mercedes driver George Russell at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix in Brazil. He led the pack from start to finish, taking home his first ever F1 win.
Come on, team!
Behind him, though, there was plenty of chaos, including from Daniel Ricciardo, who crashed out in the very first lap. The Wheelchair Rugby League World Cup has come to an end for the Aussies. In the semi-finals, Australia couldn't hold back the reigning champs France, going down 84-40 at the final whistle. France will face England in the final on Saturday. In Adelaide, the Crows took on Collingwood for the semi-finals of the AFLW. Despite some dodgy weather, the Crows got straight to work, kicking their first goal in the opening 17 seconds.
What a start for the Crows!
After a few more weather delays, the Crows won 23-11, sending them to the prelims against Brisbane this Friday. Meanwhile, Richmond went down to North Melbourne 38-74.
A 15-year-old breakdancer has been crowned the world's best. India's Sarju made history at the event in New York as the first Dutch competitor to win the title and the youngest. She defeated defending champion Logistics. America's Victor Montalvo won the men's event. Breakdancing is a serious sport and is set to debut at the Paris Olympics in 2024. Competitors here will have a chance to qualify next year. Yeah, no, I'm not going to give that a go anytime soon. Well, that's all the news for now, but don't worry, we'll be back with more tomorrow. Catch you then.